Good morning, guys. Good morning. So, sorry. I should have warned you. I apologize. I forgot to put my sunglasses on. There we go. That's better. Anywho, I'm gonna roll this up, get rid of wind. What in the world is our plan? That's what today's video is on, because I got almost no answer, but we're gonna try and figure it out, because with this drought, snowpack is looking dismal, so we know we're going to be very short on irrigation. What the hell's the plan? Okay, before we talk about what crops we're going to plant, let's talk about what crops we do have. So first of all, alfalfa grows back every year. But when you're in a severe drought like this, it does not grow back without irrigation. So that green over there is actually subbing, which means it's finding moisture deep down keep it alive. And then over there where it gets better again, that's under the pivot, so that's getting irrigated. But this right here, and especially that area right there, that's what all of our alfalfa looks like that we have not been able to get water on. So alfalfa this year, it's a tough crop on a regular year because it requires so much water. Year like this, it's gonna struggle immensely. Now as far as new crop, first one up would be alfalfa. So the same sprinkler was just over there. We like to get everything kind of squared up, so that's all this was squaring this one up. So as you can see, the hay is looking pretty good. Seems like we have a pretty decent stand. Yes, there's a crap ton of bindweed, kochia, mustard, everything out in here, because this is non-Roundup. So the chemicals we can use on it, honestly, just aren't effective. Is what it is. So that'll get that going. The other new crop we got this spring, oats. That's kind of our big one. Here's a field of it. Spot I missed because the drill was pissing me off. If you remember, I was having a lot of, this is the first field. So kind of this strip here and then that far end of the field is planted at like 150 pounds instead of 100. But as you can see, it's coming along nice. As far as weed pressure, there's not a whole lot, so hopefully we can get by without spraying, because then that just saves us a ton of money on a year like this. So crops, established alfalfa where we can irrigate, it's coming along nice. Where we can't irrigate, it's just not coming at all. New alfalfa, it's trying like hell. Even got some more still coming up right here. God, we need a rain. So new alfalfa, it's trying. Oats, it's coming along. Spring trit is coming along. So what the hell are we gonna grow all summer now? Almost forgot about wheat. Can't move on to summer crops till we're done talking about spring crops, right? So this field, nice. I didn't plant wheat. So this field is by far looking like our best. When I walk out in here, say this is relative comparison, we're talking knee high. That's impressive for this year. Like I said, this is by far our best. I will show you what I consider average. There's definitely a variation in our wheat. We have early wheat and late wheat. We got irrigation water right at the end of September. Planted a bunch of wheat as quick as we could. It's the stuff that's headed out like this. I mean, this is ready to chop in like a week from now. Then we have a bunch of wheat we planted in November because all of a sudden we got another shot of water. It's just starting to head out. I've got a little more hope for it because it didn't suffer quite as badly over winter. But yeah, let's go look at some average wheat. Unfortunately, this is a lot more of what our wheat crop is this year. Just sad. This is probably one of the worst fields. I gotta point that out. This isn't average, but it's close to it. Came in, interseeded spring trit to try and get it a little thicker, get a little more tonnage. It's trying to come. I just don't know if it's gonna make it before it's time to abandon it. You can see the sprinkler tracks look better because there's different nozzles by them, so it's technically getting a little bit more water. But yeah, this sucks, guys. Here at Spray Plane, hopefully they're overspraying on us, getting rid of some more bugs. All right, now let's go talk about summer crops. Talk about something that we got to put in the ground, give you a little hope, as opposed to looking at what's growing right now. Hayfield across the road, by the way. That's what I mean about it not growing. It's 45 acre, just short of half pivot. Haven't put a single ounce of water on it. Other than over there, it got about 3/4 of an inch and it still didn't even turn green. It would take 4-5 inches to just get that started. All right, so summer crops. We've got 2: feed or forage sorghum and corn. Normally, April 20th is kind of my goal to start planting corn. Sometimes it's as late as mid-May, and then you just plant like crazy until the plant deadline there on the 31st of May, and then you switch over to start planting forage sorghum. This year, with the drought and everything, is completely different. We're actually already planting forage sorghum now. Oh, and by the way, this is a new to us drill. Just picked it up. What is today, Friday? Picked it up Wednesday afternoon. Traded a ripper that we bought this winter knowing it was a project. Never used that ripper once on this farm. And already traded it. It wound up being a bigger project than we were anticipating, and the opportunity came up to upgrade our hay drill. If you remember that, it was in a couple of clips. It's been a month ago, planting a little bit of hay. It's 13 foot, takes forever to get anything accomplished. We've been wanting a 3-point drill for a while for flood ground. 20 foot was a good number. This is on 6-inch openers, so we can plant hay with it. I think we're really gonna like it once we dial it in. Problem is, she's well used. I mean, and let's face it, when you trade a piece of equipment, it's not in the best of condition. We didn't expect it to be. So we kind of tinkered with it for a few hours, got it good enough, and we're planting. It needs all new openers, which John Deere threw in as part of the deal. So we'll get those put on this summer before we plant any hay this fall, if we plant hay this fall. But for now, it's going to be good enough. So what I'm doing, you remember the last video, I was marking all these fields. This was field number 4 where I broke down with the marker. So got everything marked, started planting yesterday. Hector's already irrigating on the lawn. But yeah, we're just trying to get this feed in the ground, give it an early start, because this ditch has some early water. We don't have a whole lot of alfalfa in here. With the water outlook, we're not planting corn in here. So we're trying to get a crop in early to give it the best chance of survival. And if we're already planting feed, does that mean we're not going to plant corn? We're just going to skip it? No. Because the farms that we need to put feed on have water now. We're getting the feed in the ground. Probably get the big drill running first of next week, because today's already Friday. Get the big drill running the first of next week, get some more feed in the ground, and then get the corn planter hooked up and start going through it. Hopefully we don't find any major problems. We know for sure we got to fix a couple of the big vacuum hoses, but that is the only known fault. Now, if you've ever just wanted to try to pick up a piece of equipment that's been sitting all winter, you know you're going to find something else. But that's the only known fault so far, is that. But in the meantime, I'm just going to sit here and keep going back and forth and hope that this drill is getting the seed planted at a good depth, because it's very, very hard to adjust, because like I said, the disc openers are wore out, so it's not making that trench like it should. So the seed isn't getting put down like it should and pressed down. It's kind of a mess. But where we're going to irrigate it right away, hopefully it'll be all right. Typical planning ahead on my part. I'm out of seed. I knew I'd run out of seed before I finished that field. I knew I had more fields to go to after that, but I didn't bring any seed, so I'm gonna run and get seed. Surprise, surprise, change plans. Just threw in enough seed to finish the field, made an adjustment to my meters, which is what that little handle is there. Made an adjustment to them to what I think it should be at to be planting the right amount. We were planting too heavy, but not insanely too heavy. So I just thrown enough seed for the last 10 acres here. And then that's going to be it. I didn't bring other seed for another field because we're not getting water there, so it's not a concern to get done today. There it is, 12:23. Field is done. Still got that seed left, so that means my plant rate is real close because I'm just about out. So it's real close to what I'm aiming for, so you can call that a success. Either way, it's time to head home, grab family, head to Kansas. Daughter has a softball tournament this weekend. Catch you guys in the next video.